Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Crew Jeff here in the wee hours of the morning. Quick little mat chat, but I'm not on a mat. I'm on a chair, so it's a chair chat. But yeah, I was kind of vibrating all weekend from the events on Friday night. We had our first little competition team training, and obviously like almost 40 guys showed up, and it was mayhem, and people are getting it done, and it really inspired me. And then it was like a mic drop moment after with the mat chat. Sometimes it's like, bruh, like I don't know, you're like infected by this like demigod of speech giving, and then the ultimate mat chat comes out, and I was pretty fired up about it. And I think the guys got pretty fired up about it. A lot of them sent me messages and whatnot, and girls, well, girl anyway. Yeah. So basically, with the future, what it is, and there's a lot of time to develop ourselves right now, because it's not all about just like developing for individual fights. It's about developing as a martial artist, developing the skills and the techniques, developing the mindset and the character that's gonna carry us through if we're going to try and go far in the fight game, right? And I told a quick story, and I'll tell you guys too, because I think it's relevant. Basically, I fought a gentleman named Shane Campbell 2 times in Muay Thai. He's gone on to be a gajillion time world champion, K1, Infusion, whatever, UFC, pretty much everything. He's got more belts than he's got way more belts than places to put them. And anyway, I fought this gentleman 2 times. First time was very close, and they offered me a rematch. I was like, yes, of course, I want redemption. I want to redeem myself. So I took that rematch, and basically, the first fight was close, caught me in the 5th. The second fight was not that close. He kind of ran away with it, and I ended up catching a broken rib in the 3rd round, and I talked to the coach after, Crew Lin. He's a friend of mine, and very famous coach here from Canada, from Romania. And I said, man, I thought I was gonna win. This always stuck with me. I'm like, man, I thought I had him. He's like, Jeffy, I'll try to do my Romanian accent. Jeffy, we sleep in the gym, Thanksgiving weekend, train 3 times a day. I'm like, shit, yeah, he deserved to win. That's it. The guy that deserves it's gonna get it. And I'm like, man, yeah. I thought like back, and I'm like, man, like I was with my family eating turkey and stuffing, even if it's small amounts, and I was enjoying myself, maybe having a glass of wine 2 weeks out from the fight, and this guy was training 9 sessions, sleeping without a mattress on the ring with his coach, and that is why I did not deserve to win. That's why I did not win. And that really, really stuck with me. And that was like a lesson learned, like bing. So thanks, guys, for the rib and the lesson. But, that was a big lesson to me, because, that taught me or reinforced the idea that, the guy that has deservance is going to win. And, anybody that's fought or trained under me knows that I'm always talking about deservance, because in my real life experience, deservance wins, So, going into like some bigger fights in like my professional career or whatever, like I always wanted to make sure that I felt like I was deserving, and that I was actually more deserving, You kind of realize over time that you never... all the hype and all the talk and all the, like right now, the Instagram posts, there was no Instagram post back then, and this and that, all the expectations that you put on yourself do not matter. The only thing that matters is the hard work that you put in. And, you're always going to fall to the level of your training. You'll never kind of rise to your expectations. That's an old quote, right? And so, I kind of like got up in front of everybody, and I was like, what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice time with your friends? Are you willing to sacrifice... good food? Are you willing to sacrifice late bedtimes because you got to get up early to run? Are you willing to do this? Are you willing to do this? Are you willing to sacrifice alcohol? Are you willing to, not not partake in like even like watching a sports team. You know, like, are you gonna go home and watch, like, obsess over a sports team? If you are, then you're obsessing over that. You're not obsessing about fighting, and it's okay if you're like that. But you're always gonna be an amateur level if you do that. If you want to be a professional level, if you want to be a professional champion, you have to obsess over this, like literally every waking moment of the day. And if you see people that are super successful in mixed martial arts, that's what they do, you know? And that's kind of the thing. What are you willing? How much attention are you willing to give this? And it's okay if you're not willing to give your entire existence to fight sport. Right? It's okay. It's not a problem. But you will always fight like an amateur. If you want to fight like a professional, it has to be at professional level of obsession. And if you're not willing to give up, and you're willing to give up just, you know, half those things, that's okay. You're going to fight like an amateur, and you'll be an amateur, and you can still have your experience, but don't compare yourself to the guy that's given up everything. Like, I was like, man, look at Mateo. Mateo's fighting for his first professional title in under, like, it's like a couple years of fighting. He's trained for under 3 years still. And how does that happen? Is that luck? No, it's not fucking luck. The guy lives in his basement with his mom. He literally has zero, like, job. He teaches here like a couple hours. Like, the guy is like all in, and he's so obsessed with success. You know, is who knows, man? Like, his relationships probably suffer. He probably lost a lot of friends doing this. You know, he's willing to give that up. But if you're not willing to give up all those things, you know, like if you still have a job and you're willing and you're comparing yourself, why does he get the title shot? Why does he get the title shot after only this time? I was training before him. Yeah, it's because you didn't fucking give up anything, right? Or you didn't give up enough. You know, with great sacrifice comes great rewards. You know, and it's just the truth. And like, some people get offended by the truth, but you shouldn't. You should look at it and like use it to like craft you, and use it to like reform some ideas, or do like a vast appraisal or reappraisal of what your thought process is going into this. And it doesn't just apply to fight sport. Like me, man, fight sport defines who I am. This is my identity. This is all I've done. You know, prior to that, it was music. I love music too, but like, man, like fight sport, it's been like a 20-something year journey, and I love it. And I wouldn't change it for the world. And it's taught me that you know, it's taught me a lot of lessons. It's taught me that there's only truth in the ring, there's only truth in the cage, and there's only truth in the on the training mats, right? And some people, the truth like hurts them. They're like, why is that guy getting me? Why blah blah? It's because you didn't give up enough, right? And that's it. And you know, that might like hurt some feelings, but it's the absolute truth. So it goes the same. It's not just with fighting. Same with anything. Absolutely anything. If you want to do good in school, if you want to be like my brother, you know, was getting like 99% in every level of university up to his PhD. If you want to do that, it's going to take a 60-hour week of like study, and it's going to take like, okay, like not going out with friends. It's going to take like it's going to take great sacrifice to become that professor, that PhD professor. You know, writing books and all that. Like, man, like nothing. People at the top sacrifice everything else to get there. And anybody that has everything else, it usually isn't going to be at the top. My partner has a sick Lamborghini, right? Sick, $600,000 car, man. How did he get? You think he just got lucky? No, he gets up at fucking 4 a.m. every day to go to work, man. Right? And he's driven by entrepreneurship, and it's inspiring, man. Right? You think like even just for coaching, like I give up so much, I sacrifice so much. My family's been on vacation for like a couple of weeks now. I'm working 55, 60-hour weeks easily, 16-hour days, right? And like, man, it's like you got to give things up to be successful. When I was fighting, I used to have a pull-out mattress, you know, at Mass Thai Boxing, and I slept there, right? I'd sleep on Crew Chris's couch. I didn't have a house sometimes, you know. I left it all behind because the goal was worth sacrificing for, and you know now it's starting to pay off. It's starting to come to fruition, but it always didn't, like, beyond like the hand raised or whatever, or just the thrill of battle. It didn't always pay off. It's starting to now. It's just great. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to say that, right? What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to give up X, Y, and Z to get that W? That's the question. And if you're not, it's okay. Not everybody is. Not everybody's champion, right? Are you willing to give up, you know, like doubles and donuts to lose 30 pounds? If you're not, it's okay. But don't fucking complain about that you can't lose weight, because there's only truth in everything, you know? If you want to be the best at anything, you need to give up quite a lot. You know, there's like a Rocky montage before every big moment of your life. In the ring, obviously, we can compare. So say, like, again, everything I know in the ring, right? So say you're going into a big fight. There should be like a Rocky montage in your brain happening about, like, you know, all the training that you did, all the things you gave up, all the thing. And if it's full of like nights out with your buddies, and if it's full of looking at the alarm and it's 5:02 and you're like, I'm not gonna run, you don't fucking deserve it. And that's okay. You'll fight like an amateur, and that's okay. But if you want to talk like a professional and you want to talk like this is your obsession, then you got to do it. And that's a hard truth. That's a hard truth to accept for some people. But, like, talk is cheap. We're defined by our actions. It's Monday morning. Go get it. This was a great Matt/chair chat. Hope you guys do well this week. What are you willing to give up? Peace.